Hello, my name is Sophia, and I am joined here by Salwa.
Hello.
And today we will be explaining part 2 of the project. So we've initialized the tables, and I'm just going to sign in as the root user. And so this is our home page after a successful login. So here, as you can see, we have search. We can view all users, post a new joke. This is the name of our root user, the first name that they signed up with. And these are all of they can browse the jokes made by a bunch of different people. So the first functionality we'll do is posting a new joke. So if we click post a new joke, so here you can either go back to browse or you can write a title and your joke and several tags. And if you save and go down to the bottom, the new joke was inserted with today's date and the root properly dated. Now we want that auto incremented. We did not enter this ID. The ID auto incremented by itself when we inserted a new joke. And we want to test that a user can post at most 5 jokes in a day. So we're going to post a new joke. That's 2, 3, 4.
Very good jokes too.
Yeah, clearly we spent a lot of time thinking about these. So if we look down here, we have posted 5 jokes in one day with the same date and the same username. So if we try to post another joke, I cannot post another joke because I cannot post more than 5 jokes in a day. So now we will talk about the search functionality, which is implemented in JokeDAO. So if I do search by tag and I search something like fun, and I search, it will bring up all of the jokes with the tag pun. Now, the important thing is that this happens regardless of capitalization. So these have capital P, and the thing I searched had lowercase p, but in my search function, I had them in my control servlet. I look for where I search.
There's a lot of code here.
Yeah. Show jokes. Hook new joke. Comment. So search by tags. I have it cast the current tag to uppercase so that it makes sure that it just compares the uppercase ones, but it doesn't care about whether or not it's capitalized, because that would be a problem if one person was searching for lowercase and another person was searching for uppercase. So then if I look, I can add a new comment to one of those jokes, and I can add a new comment, hi, and I can have a drop-down menu, good, excellent, good, fair, or poor. If I said poor, and comment, and then I think that was this one. Expand. Yeah. So it has high, a poor rating. I posted it as the root and as today's date. So if we go back to browse jokes and I try to comment on that again, you cannot comment on a joke more than once. So if I go back to expand that joke again, it didn't log my second comment that I tried to make. So if I go back to browse jokes and I try, so that was one comment today. If I try commenting on this one, so that's 2 comments today. Oh, I've already commented on that one. This is 2 comments today. This is 3 comments today. This is 4 comments today. And this is 5 comments today. So now if I try to comment on a 6th one, you cannot post more than 5 reviews in a day. And if I look for my own joke in this list, which is done by Root, I try to comment on it, I can't post more than 5 reviews in a day, but I also can't post on my own. I can't comment on my own jokes. So if you want to talk about adding and deleting.
Okay, the 4th functionality is adding and deleting friends to your favorite list. So if you go to view profile, you can see that it lists your jokes, and then you have your favorite friends and your favorite jokes. Right now, this is my favorite friend. If I delete that, it deletes and reroutes here, so I don't have any more favorite friends. And I can do the same thing with favorite joke. If I delete favorite joke, it deletes that and it reroutes to the same page. And then we have, if I go back to browse jokes and I click on any user, I can view their profile, and from there I can favorite them. There's multiple places you can do it from, but this is just one of them. So if I favorite my friend, it goes to the favorite friend list, and I can view their profile from here again. And then back to my profile, you see that they've been added to the favorite friends table. And then I can also favorite jokes. So if I try to favorite this joke, let's say, it adds it to my favorite jokes. And then if I go back to profile, you can see it down there. And then if I try to favorite myself, so this is the list of users, and I try to, we're logged in as root, my bad. So if I try to favorite myself, you cannot favorite your own profile. And then if I have my own joke, if I try to favorite my own joke, we allow the user to favorite their own joke, but they can't have themselves as favorites. And then I talked about viewing their profile, right? Okay, so I think for my code, my part, let's go down. Okay, we have a bunch of cases now because we have like 1,000 pages, but mine starts with add friend, and if I try to add to favorite friend, let's say, let me find that. It's towards the bottom right here. And so it dispatches to the list favorites page, and it calls the function, let's find it, get all jokes, and get all jokes is in the joke DAO. So that gives me all the that returns all the jokes, but that's not what favorites them. If I want to favorite them, I lost the function. Set attribute joke. Oh, it's in the else statement, my bad. Okay, so if I go to new favorite friend, oops, and I try to insert a friend, that's where the function is. It's in the friends DAO, which isn't open. Favorite friends DAO. And then I have an insert right here. So that adds the friend to the table using a prepared statement. And then I also have list all friends, which just lists all friends. And then I check for duplicates. That's the part where I didn't show that, but let's look at my friends now. So I have Roger Rabbit as a friend. If I try to favorite him again, it says you are already friends with this user. And then if I try to favorite a joke more than once, I forgot which jokes I favorited. The frog pun. So if I go back to browse jokes, frog pun, and try to favorite that again, you already favorited this joke. And this is all done in the DAO files. So friends, favorite friends DAO, and favorite jokes DAO, which is right here. So we can check for duplicate favorite jokes, and it's just like a select SQL statement. And then it's the same thing here to list favorite jokes. There's many different ways to do it, I think, but we're just using like simple select statements and looping through the result set to print everything out. I don't know how much detail I'm supposed to go into, but
we also have a CSS file that allowed us to format this. Because Salwa is editing the CSS for this project. So she formatted it beautifully. So we have a logout button with a logout function.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that.
So basically, the logout function will let them log out and then log back in as another user.
We can show that here. So log out. When you log out, it resets everything. So let's log back in. And then it says hello Salwa. And then
but the roots jokes that we made today are still in the database. We didn't reinitialize it. So try commenting on your own.
Yeah, so if I try to comment on my joke and then I do this.
You cannot comment on your own posts. So all of our restrictions are working and people can see each other's jokes when you log in as a different user. So for my functions, the ones I was responsible for, she was responsible for the UI.
And then the add and delete favorite friends and add and delete favorite jokes.
And the logout and the profile of the current user and all of that. I was in charge of the making a new review, making a new joke, and searching.
And then she did all the constraints too, so no more than 5 reviews, no more than 5 jokes. You can't post, you can't comment on your own joke.
Yeah. So the search function is it gets the search key and then makes the search key capitalized, and so it just capitalizes the search key, and then it looks through all of the tags for all of the jokes, and then it just prints out all of the matching jokes. It sets the attribute to the matching jokes, and it dispatches to the search bar. So it basically reloads the search bar page with the matching jokes under it. So then log new comment, or like the new review, it gets today's date from Java, like you make a new date, which is today's date, because if they're trying to log a new comment, we want to timestamp it with today's date. So we look at all of the reviews, and if the date, today's date that they're trying to post on, is equal to any of the days on the review and it was posted by them, so the current username that they logged in as is equal to any of the poster IDs, we increase the count of the number of reviews they've posted today. And if the count of times they've posted today is greater than or equal to 5, we'll go back to list jokes without letting them post. And then we'll say you cannot post more than 5 reviews in a day. But if they haven't posted more than 5 reviews today, then basically we're going to not let them comment on their own posts and not let them comment on a joke more than once. But otherwise, if the review is allowed, which is a function I wrote in Review DAO, is review allowed? Right there. So it catches duplicate reviews, and then the reviews on their own jokes is caught by the control servlet. So this looks and makes sure that the joke ID and the user ID are a unique combination. And then it will insert the review into the review table. And then log new joke. it does that same counting. So if you're trying to post a new joke, it timestamps it as today's date. It makes sure that you haven't posted 5 jokes in a day. If you have posted 5 jokes, then it'll stop you from posting again. Otherwise, it'll route to new joke. It will take all of the tags, it will parse the tags, and then it will insert the new joke into the table, into the table, and it will basically reroute back to the list of jokes, and then expand. Like when you click expand on a joke, it will show that joke and then the list of reviews for that specific joke. And that's what this does is if you click on a joke ID, if you click on that expand, it will get the joke ID and then it will print out that specific joke. And then it will print all of the reviews for that specific joke. So yeah.
And then the way I think the part we struggled with the most is getting like the ID from one page to another, but we ended up like figuring that out through the JSP files. So we do it here a lot.
Yeah.
So
yeah, on that line, we passed the ID through the actual link. So the link it passes the value of the joke ID, which we didn't know was possible before.
Yeah, if you look at it right here, it's passing in the joke for this ID, the ID for this joke, which is 2. And then for the user, we have a private member variable in the control servlet class. So when they log in, we save the username for the user. So in validate user login, we do current username equals user ID. So we're storing the user ID and then we reset it when they log out. If I can find the logout function right here. We reset the username and the friend ID and the joke ID to -1 because the joke IDs start at 1, so it's not going to be negative. I think that's pretty much it, right? We learned a lot. We didn't want to go into a lot of detail with all the functions because that would have been really long, but we did learn a lot. Do you want to add anything?
Yeah, I mean the hardest part for me was the search function. Making the search bar, like making the search look at all of the tags for all of the jokes. We had to parse all of the tags, look at each of the tags individually, make each of the tags uppercase to match with the search term, and make sure, because in Java you can't use equals.
Oh, yeah.
String. So comparing the strings equals, so it ended up looking like really crazy in the end. But like all of this is my search, but you make it to uppercase, and if the search key equals the current tag, then you add it to the matching jokes, and then you reroute it to the same page with the matching jokes. So that was my biggest struggle, but I finally figured it out.
She's a genius.
No, this one's a genius.
We're gonna have a nice off right on the video. All right, thanks for watching.
Yes,
We're excited for part 3.
Yes.
Have a good one.